Hello, this is Sarah St. John with the Frugalpreneur podcast, and today we have Sam from Crowdfire. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sarah.
Can you tell us a little bit about Crowdfire, when and how it got started, and the background behind it?
Yes, so back in 2010, Crowdfire started as a small tool which actually helped users manage their Twitter channel. And after Twitter channel management, we moved to Instagram management. And then we decided that that was not enough. And we wanted to do something for the creators. So we started building a social media management tool. And today, from there, it is a full-fledged social media management tool which can be used by creators, entrepreneurs, business, and agencies, all of them. And we offer everything from scheduling to analytics to CRM, reporting, and listening and whatnot. So 10 years, quite a journey.
Yeah, I just recently found out about you, and that's who I use, Crowdfire, for my social media management. I think, first of all, it's affordable. There is a free plan, but I'm on the $10 plan because I have several social media accounts. But so I love that it's affordable, and then it has tons of features that I don't think that a lot of other social media management tools have. And I like how it integrates well with everything, including Pinterest and Instagram, which a lot of tools don't. Can you explain maybe some of the differences or advantages of Crowdfire?
The first thing that we have is content curation and image recommendation, which is something really difficult to find. If you go out there finding just a content curation tool, you would be a little disappointed, but not in Crowdfire, because we have content curation based on your topics, and then we have image recommendation where based on your topic, we give you images which are royalty free. You can use it on your accounts, and you can actually build beautiful timeline using just a tool. And that just makes it way easier. We also have RSS integration, where if you already know what are the sources from where you are posting stuff on your social accounts, then you can connect those to Crowdfire, and you can easily share anything new that comes up on those feeds from Crowdfire to all your social networks, like 2 clicks and there you go. So it's something which will make sure that your timeline is always active, you're posting, people are seeing you, your visibility is high. Then one of my favorite feature, like personal favorite feature, is Crowdfire Best Time, because I manage all the Crowdfire social accounts, and I like how easy my life has become after starting to use this Best Time button, because it knows better than me that when my audience is active. So I don't really have to go and calculate that when should I post. It's just right there. Apart from that, there are like a lot of other features. You know, we have one thing which is called your posts. As a blogger, as a creator, as someone who has their own YouTube channel or their Etsy store or Shopify store, you know, just integrating these accounts with Crowdfire, it becomes very easy to share all this on your social networks. So you do not have to worry about forgetting to share your post on all the social networks. You don't have to really put extra efforts to copy those links and post it individually on different social networks. And that is one of the biggest reasons why we built this entire feature, because we wanted people to do what they are good at while we help them manage all their social networks. So that's the reason why your post exists. Apart from this, there are like bigger features like competitor analysis, where you can actually see what your competitors are posting and what is working for them and what is not working for them versus like how you are doing. And then we also have recently we have actually come up with web listening, And that web listening shows you everything that's going on in web. Like if you choose one keyword and search for that particular keyword in a project, you can see what is the world saying about it, what are what are the sentiments that people have. Like when someone see, impressions and reach are two really good things. I really like, as a data nerd, I love looking at impressions. I like to see what's the reach, how's the engagement. But one thing which is very important to understand is you need to know what is the sentiment behind what the people are saying. Is it actually positive sentiment, a negative sentiment? Is these impressions good for you or not? So the entire sentiment analysis is something we have recently developed, and we are like really moving towards helping everyone understand their social media strategies better. So the whole idea behind every feature that we build is very simple. We want to give you as much data and as much automation possible so that you spend least amount of time on your social media management efforts.
It does save a lot of time. I love how you can schedule, to several different social profiles. And it's like then you go to Facebook or wherever and you're like, oh, I just posted because it posts for you. And you,
That's the thing, like, even for me, I do it for Crowdfire, but then I also personally use Crowdfire because it has made life simpler. I cannot imagine today not scheduling my posts.
yeah, I don't know what people did before that because it's a pain to manage all that stuff manually.
Yeah, you have to like, you really have to remember that I have to post. And I do remember there was time when I had to set alarm just to remember that I have to post at 4 o'clock. If I forget, then that's going to be a problem. So
Yeah, and I love basically I batch. Like I'll schedule out 1 or 2 months in advance so I don't even have to think about it. And and then after those run out, then I go back in and do another 1 or 2 months. And it doesn't take very long, maybe like probably not even an hour to schedule that many posts.
yes, that is the entire idea, that once you have like everything ready and you schedule it out there, and then you have to totally forget about it and go ahead do everything else that you actually do. And with the mentions part that we got now, where you can actually reply to all the social media comments, and you can actually see that who is commenting on your post, everything, all of that is just the second part of social media management, which is after posting you need engagement. So there you go, you can just come in there in 5-10 minutes, you can reply to everyone who has actually mentioned you, and then go ahead, do your work.
Yeah, so it's like you don't even have to log in to Facebook, Twitter, all those
Yes.
individually anymore. And I know that's a feature that's available, unlike I think the plan higher than mine. So
Yes.
does it give you alerts and let you reply to every social media platform, or is it only certain ones?
It is Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So it's Instagram comments, Twitter DMs, Twitter tweets, and Facebook. It's Facebook Messenger, Facebook, everything on Facebook, even the Facebook reviews, in case, like, if it's a smaller business where people actually leave reviews for your business, then you can also reply to those reviews from Crowdfire.
I might have to upgrade just for that.
There's this thing, the smaller plan is mostly for individuals and creators, and people who have like two accounts and just want to schedule, and that's like the basic necessity. But if you need more than that, then we have the entire reporting, the custom report builder, and analytics. So when you upgrade to, say, the second tier, which is premium, you get analytics reports in PPT and PDF, which you can directly go and you have a presentation. All you need to do is like 5 minutes, download your report and directly present it. You don't even have to really, unless you are changing the data. So if you're being really honest, you can go ahead and share this PPT.
And I love also that it integrates with blog feeds and RSS feeds because yeah, I have one, and so it's nice even when a new YouTube, because basically, so with my podcast, I have it set up through a service called Repurpose, which will take my podcast feed, turn it into a YouTube video. Well, then in Crowdfire, it'll say, oh, you have a new YouTube video or even a new blog post. Do you want to post that or share that? So I think that's pretty cool. So on the best time to post feature, is that in general or is it for your specific audience? And how does it know that?
Okay, so this is actually an algorithm which is so it's not generic, it's very, very individual. Like it is for you, the best time would be different. For me, the best time would be different. For your two accounts, best time would be different. And for your account, today's best time might be different from tomorrow or like yesterday's best time. So a lot of learning goes behind this, and a lot of algorithm analytics. So a lot of numbers go behind this, and the best time keeps on improving as you use the app more. We learn also because with time, your followers will change, the way your account will evolve as well. So with that, the best time will again change.
Yeah, I don't know of any other tool that does that. So that's awesome. Because I think one of the hardest things is it's hard to know when the best time is. Like if you're wanting to schedule it on your own, like say 2 p.m. or whatever, to even know where to begin with that is difficult. So I think that's helpful that it takes another layer out of having to think
Yes.
and plan.
That's exactly so. The entire idea for any social media management tool or any tool that you use should always be this, that you have to use least of your guesswork to accomplish something really fast and efficiently.
And can you tell us about the hashtag recommendations?
So the hashtag recommendation is something which is not really a feature where we recommend what are the best hashtags. It is a set of hashtags which you are already using in your posts. And if you really quickly want to like get those hashtags in your post, then you have to just type hashtag and all your hashtags would show up, and you can choose the ones you want in the order you want, and then you can just quickly post.
And the Q meter, that's also interesting where I guess you say how many times a day you want to post to certain
Yeah.
profiles.
So with the best time, with the algorithm we have, we predict 50 best times for your any account. Now, if you choose to post say 6 times a day, that would become your frequency. So your frequency is 6 times a day. Now you want to make sure that at least for next 7 days you are good, that you don't have to open Crowdfire again and look at any of the social networks or worry that your timeline is going to be empty. With the Q meter, you can see if you have actually scheduled enough posts for all the social networks that you don't have to come back again to schedule more posts. So it keeps on reminding you that you need to schedule more posts, more posts, more posts till you have scheduled all the posts.
You were going over earlier about the competitor analysis. How does that work exactly?
So there are two kind of competitor analysis on Crowdfire. One is a competitor analysis, which is a part of analytics, which shows your Facebook competitors, where you can actually add Facebook competitors and then compare 7-day, 30-day, or 90-day data to see that how did they perform versus how did you perform, and what are their top posts, what is performing for them versus what is performing for you. The other comparison which we have is in the listening section, where you can create two projects. You can actually compare 5 projects at a time. So you can create a project based on your keywords or hashtags or the terms you want to track, and then you can compare 2 projects or 3 projects or 5 projects and see who are the top influencers who are talking about you or your competitor. So you would be able to see the influencers, you will be able to see what are the regions where people are actually talking about you versus your competitor. You'll also be able to see what are their top posts versus what are your top posts. There is a lot of data in here. You will be seeing a basic summary of how many times were you mentioned versus how many times they were mentioned, and what are people saying about them versus what are people saying about you. What is the sentiment behind all the talks which are going about you, and versus like how do people feel about them. This will give you a good idea of where you stand in comparison to your competitors. And the two best things which come out of this is, first is that you can actually find influential accounts that are posting about you. These are the influencers who actually like you or your product or whatever it is, like whatever services you offer, because they are talking about you and you don't know about it. So those are these natural influences. Those are the kind of relationships you would like to build. The other thing is you'll actually be able to find the regions where specifically more people are talking about you. So now you know where is your audience hanging out, and you'll also know that what social network they are on. So the big question which we usually have is, what social network should I be more active on? That question is answered here. And what kind of audience should I cater my content? That question is also answered here. So,
And earlier you had mentioned about the image curation, but there's also article curation.
yes, article curation is based on your topics. And so there are a set of prefix topics which are there, which you can select. And then based on those topics, we will show you the best articles there on the web, which you can directly share on your social accounts to keep your timeline active. And the thing about the article curation is that if your topic is not there in the list that we already have, you can also add your topic and we will start looking for more content on that topic as well. Everyone will get something to post and your timeline will never be empty.
And you integrate with every platform, right? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Do y'all have any other features that y'all are working on that you were able to talk about, or?
So right now we are focusing on the listening section. So once the listening part is completely ready, but there will always be more improvements, because nothing is ever going to be perfect. So there will be more improvements right now within the listening section. The listening section has not been really like completely released. So I am talking about it, but it's not out there. It's not available for everyone to use right now. It is on trial basis and you can check it out, but it's something we are working on very actively right now. Then we will start working on making the entire publish the scheduling section even more accessible, better, so that, and faster. So the current experience is, I like the current experience, but there are certain things which can still be better. So that's what we'll be working on.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you going into detail and over the different features and how y'all are different, or the advantages and benefits that y'all offer. Is there anything else in particular that you were wanting to go over that we haven't?
The last thing which I'd say is I love the report builder which we have, because if you want to say, if you are a social media manager for someone, you're managing a few accounts and you want to email yourself the reports and you don't really want to go in and create report. then you can just set a draft where you say that these are the parameters which I want in my report, and then you can add your own image, you can add your own text, whatever you want. You can just add custom text, all of that, download it, or you can actually schedule the export of the report and receive this report every Monday or like first of every month. So you don't even have to go in there. You can just get it right on your email and you're all set.
Yeah, so even someone could start their own social media agency, basically.
Yes. That is the entire idea, that you want to help people do certain things, like achieve all of this at a lower cost. Affordable cost is what we believe in, and still give them all the features which would be necessary for them to actually go out and set up their businesses. So if you want to like start a small agency and you might have like 5 clients, then you can just go ahead, you can add them to Crowdfire, and it will not take you more than a few like hours to take care of those 5 accounts.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time today. And if people want to learn more, they just go to crowdfireapp.com.
Yes, crowdfireapp.com.
All right. Well, you have a good day.
Thank you. You have a great day as well.